Hey everybody, Michelle Barnum-Smith here, and I am back from Conversations 2019 ManyChat's user conference with a ton of updates, some cool, awesome things to share, and I want to get right into it. Now, some of the content, some of the changes are going to be super exciting, and some are like a little exciting, but more kind of like developer friendly or different things like that. So I'm going to focus on the updates that I think you as Amazon sellers, e-commerce sellers, brand owners are going to care the most about. So let's start at the top with kind of like the first update, and that is that if you use ActiveCampaign as an email system, it now integrates directly with ManyChat. So if you come over to settings and integrations, you can see ActiveCampaign right here, front and center. Which I'm an active user, ActiveCampaign user. I'm also a Mailchimp user, and I know a lot of you love the features and benefits that come with ActiveCampaign. Excuse me. Okay. Another feature that I want to talk about is the all comments growth tool. Now, this I was super excited about. So just to back up, the comments growth tool, if you're unfamiliar with it, is linked to posts on your Facebook page. So let's say that you're doing a Facebook Live, or even just have a giveaway. You're running a giveaway contest on your website, and you're saying comment below, and we'll message you this discount code or something like that. Now, previous to now, that growth tool was associated only with one specific post on your Facebook page. But now with the growth tool, you have the option to have it either tied to a specific post or to all posts. Now, what's sexy about this is I think of it from more of a customer service standpoint. So if you've ever been to somebody's page and, a business's Facebook page, and you see comments, people posting comments to a post or posting on your page in general, and they're angry about something, you don't want those to be public. You don't want to have to have angry posts or people who are having a hard time or who need customer service to be posting, to have those posts essentially showing up and not, and sometimes it's hard to get to those posts or know how to get your customer service team to get with those people. So let's say that somebody doesn't know where their order is, and you want to have a comment post that triggers only when somebody says orders, missing order, like that kind of a thing. So you have keywords, and these and your bot is always searching through your Facebook posts so that when somebody leaves a message that they get including these words, that they get a follow-up message and say, hey, Michelle, looks like you have a question about your order. What can we help you with? And if they respond to this, then they're automatically added to your bot. And what I would do from here is have everybody go through, probably let's do an action where this step opens a conversation in live chat. And you can do this with our conversation is open, and we'll say, okay, thanks for your message. We'll have our customer service team check on this for you. Okay, and what's cool about this is that then essentially you're providing that customer support, you're going to be able to notify your customer support. And if you're using something like Zendesk or something else like that, you can connect Zapier to ManyChat directly and have a marked conversation automatically open a ticket inside of Zendesk. Obviously, if it's open in live chat and you have customer service team who always check your open conversations, then this works as well. So I'm a huge fan of this new comments growth tool. From a customer service perspective, I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of use cases for it, but that is just one use case that I see that as brand owners that you're going to want to care about. All right, let me check the list. Okay, so send flow from live chat. How many times have you guys been sending coupon codes or running a coupon code campaign, and for whatever reason, probably user error, people have basically kind of like screwed up the bot, didn't get their coupon code, and instead of adding them, instead of like resending a code manually or something like that, what your team can do now is in live chat, you can now send people or add them to a flow directly. So let me see where it is. I'm going to pause it while I find it, make sure I have it. Okay, looks like I don't have this feature rolled out quite yet, but when you do, it's going to be over here. So just like you say, you can subscribe somebody to a sequence, you can also add them to a flow as well. So if you want to restart a flow and and have people basically kind of like start over, then that is an easy way to do that. All right, let's see what else is on the list. Google Sheets update row. So basically this means if you're capturing people's information, maybe for like a rebate scenario, and they don't fill out everything exactly, like maybe you're asking for their phone number or their email address and they don't enter it in exactly the way that it should, then it's not going to get entered into, excuse me, it's not going to be entered into Google Sheets correctly. There's going to be a gap in those columns. And so if you're going back and having that user resend their information, instead of that creating a brand new row, what that's going to do is just update the current row. Yay! So you don't have a bunch of duplicates to go through. PayPal integration. So if you are running any kind of payments through ManyChat, not only do you have the Stripe integration, but now you also have the PayPal integration, which a lot of people have. And this, I think, is going to be really interesting, a really interesting opportunity for rebates. I'm going to explore this a little bit more before I go into depth, but if you send payments through PayPal to people, then this could be a very interesting integration. We'll explore that in a little, we'll explore that further as I see it in live context and see how it works. If it's just for receiving payments or also for sending payments, could be very interesting. All right. So things like current time, date and number formatting, those are kind of a little bit more specific use cases, usually when people are setting up specific appointments, usually in kind of lead generation scenario, not so much e-commerce scenario. Search custom fields, that's really valuable when you're setting up a flow and you're wanting to update the custom field that you have associated with it. As you can see, I have a gajillion custom fields. And so sometimes when I'm updating custom fields inside of a template or inside of a flow, it can be a pain in the butt to track down the right custom field. Like truly, I have a million custom fields. But for a lot of you, this may not apply if you don't do a lot with custom fields. Okay, case sensitivity. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to apply to most of you. The delete flows inside of folders. This is valuable, I think, when you're installing flows, like especially my templates. And sometimes when you install them, it gives you folders like 20 folders deep. And so basically what this is saying is that like in here, previously you would have to delete, if you wanted to delete a folder, you would have to delete or move everything out of this folder. But let's say that you want to delete the entire folder with everything that's in it. You just click delete and it will say, hey, I want to delete these as well. And you click delete now and it's all gone. It's all deleted. So it makes that process a lot easier and a lot simpler. I love that. Anything to make things easier and simpler. You'll also notice in the coming weeks a new updated flow builder design. Basically, it's just making things a little bit prettier, rounded edges, drop shadows, nothing that's going to change function so much. But it will be faster and it'll be prettier. So it will be, and you can do design on iPads as well. Big announcement is easier sponsored message setup. And so basically it'll be added under the broadcast section. So instead of it being under Girls Tools and Ads, this new the new sponsored message setup process is going to be under broadcasts, and it's basically going to be a 3-step process. You add your you say what flow you want to use, or you can build the flow right there, just like you do kind of like in the, it's very similar to the broadcast setup that you're already used to, and then it'll ask for which audience you want. And I'm so excited about this is that we'll be able to use ManyChat's tags and segmentation and all of the things that we already have. So you don't have to go and create custom audiences inside of Facebook. You still can use those custom audiences, but obviously, like the benefit, like the ease of use that you have when you're setting a broadcast and being able to segment or target specific people, you'll have that now with sponsored messages. Thank heavens. So important, so long in coming. Very excited about that. And you'll be able to specify like when the broadcast can be sent as well. Now, they still integrate directly with Facebook ads, and Facebook ads has its own process for approving ads and then sending those ads. And I know a lot of you have been asking me about like, hey, I set up this sponsored message and it still hasn't sent. When can I expect it to send? When is that consistency? And Facebook Messenger, the PM for the product manager for Facebook Messenger was at the conference, and he was asked specifically about these kind of improvements to the platform. And he basically said, we know, and it's coming. So I don't know if he's feeding us a line to cover his butt, but that is where we are at with that. So yeah, that's what's going on with easier sponsored messages. So message window filters, inside or outside the 24+1 window. So basically when you're sending a broadcast and when you're doing these sponsored messages now, what is going to be easy about figuring out who to target with your sponsored messages versus a regular broadcast is now there will be a condition where you're going to be able to easily see who is inside that 24+1 window, soon to be 24, because that's going away. The +1 is going away in January. But basically, it'll be easy to see who applies, who the 24-hour window applies to, and who it doesn't. Whereas right now, it's kind of this weird gray area. So that'll be a lot easier, a lot easier. I'm super excited about that. Okay. Dependency check for tags and custom fields. Basically, that means if you're going to be deleting a tag at any time, instead of just deleting it and maybe that flow, it'll show you what flows are depending on that tag. And it'll help you make sure that you're not deleting tags that are dependent on or deleting tags that have flows dependent on it. So just a way to, and if you're like me, you have probably like a gajillion tags. So sometimes you do want to go through, you do want to clean things up, but you also don't want to break your flows or any flows that are active. So this is great. I really do have a million. This is really great for cleaning things up and being aware of what's going on inside of your ManyChat. Okay, so Dashboard 101. This is basically, the dashboard is going to be a lot prettier. I don't have it. Oh, I do have it. Yay! So this is the new dashboard. You can see this inside of your ManyChat probably today. And so this helps you be able to see at a glance what's going on. And even, I love this, the last modified flows, so that you can quickly go to the flows that you were working on instead of going back to your flows, navigating this way. You can just go to the flow that you were just working on and not having to go travel to go see it. I love that. Oh, one thing that I didn't talk about that we need to is now ManyChat has their own app. So what that means is you now have an app that you can do live chat in directly and get notified and see your inbox and be able to get a live notification. So if you have somebody who's on your customer service team or even yourself, this app makes live chat easy from a mobile device, and you're able to quickly get in, answer somebody's question, and move on. So that is available in for iOS right now. So if you have an Apple device, it'll work on your Apple devices, iPad, iPhone, and Android. I believe they were announcing was coming later this year. So watch for that. Go into your Apple Store now and go and download that app, and have your team members who manage your customer service download that app too, because that'll make things so much easier for live chat on a mobile device. Cool announcement. If you do Shopify, they're now doing a Shopify integrated abandoned cart, and they have some additional Shopify integrations coming. So if you're using something, if you have a Shopify store and you're using an additional messenger tool such as Shop Message or or something similar to that, now you don't need it. Basically, you can do all of that directly inside of ManyChat, and be able to send automated abandoned cart messages and have that integrate directly with your Shopify site. Okay, so let's get to the big announcement, and I'm super excited about this. I talked about it a little bit on my live chat or on my Facebook Live right after it happened, but basically the announcement is now that ManyChat is an omni-channel platform. So instead of it just being a messenger marketing and a Facebook Messenger specific tool, now it integrates. Now you can send SMS messages through ManyChat if you have people's phone number, as well as email. You can email right inside of ManyChat as well. Oh, so now you don't need MailChimp and ActiveCampaign. Of course, those tools have their own uses and purposes, but the cool thing is to be able to layer flows that maybe start off as a messenger communication, and then if people, playing off that 24 rule, if people don't respond to that message, or then maybe you can send an email saying, hey, are you still interested in this deal? And if they don't respond to the email, maybe if you have their phone number, you can send them a text and say, hey, just checking, this deal is expiring, get it now, And the cool thing is that every inside of the email, you can build the email and build the SMS directly inside of ManyChat, and then it'll automatically connect and pick up right back where you left off inside of the flow. And so it starts that 24 rule over again. The use cases for this are just insane. And I think the big opportunity here is much bigger than Messenger. Obviously we love Facebook Messenger. It has an amazing reach of almost 2 billion users. And of course, we love what's going to be coming someday with Instagram and the WhatsApp integration. The Facebook PM was also like totally silent about such things. He was just like, yep, we can't talk about it. It's coming. It's a vision. It's coming. But the cool thing about that, especially with like sponsored messages where people are like, this isn't working. How can I get this? Is that, everybody has text. Everybody has SMS. Like they still, this like a text. I don't know if you guys can see. This is a text my husband sent me yesterday of our youngest daughter and her McDonald's Happy Meal toy. But everybody has text. There's 5 billion people using text messenger, text messages and SMS. And yeah, you can't send rich content messages yet. That is also something that's coming. I mean, not necessarily, ManyChat can't control that. That's more of like the big players in the SMS platform, Google, AT&T, Verizon, Vodafone, like all of those players have to get on board with rich content messages. But basically what this means is that you can send reminders, subtle reminders with links to start that 24 rule over again inside of Messenger, where they can continue to have a rich messaging experience. And what I mean by that is like video, audio, photos, quick replies, buttons, and that sort of thing. But that being said, like with a lot of things with SMS, you'll be able to build chatbots for SMS, so much so that it may be that you don't even need Messenger. And what's cool about it as well is when it comes to SMS and email, you own those subscribers. They're yours. With Facebook, you're always going to be renting your subscribers. Whereas with SMS and email, you own those subscribers. You own those email addresses. You own those phone numbers. Obviously, like with privacy laws, and there's lots of like opt-in questions going into those kinds of things. But as we play with this, more and more, the use cases I think are going to be exponential. I think it's really going to be a huge, huge deal. And this is what I was most excited to hear about, and was like, because I think a lot of people going into the ManyChat conference were expecting the Instagram announcement and the WhatsApp announcement. But basically this kind of like skirts it and says, okay, Facebook, we love you. We want to work with you. But if you're not going to make it easier for us to work with you, then we're going to find other channels to do what we're doing with, to do chat marketing with. Really is what it comes down to. So there's going to be separate costs for using SMS and using email. Right now, the pricing is pretty much introductory, but they're basically saying you get to start off with, and the SMS functionality is going to get rolled out later this month, later September, early October. But basically, you're going to get 50 SMS messages for free, and after that, it's going to be 3 cents per message. Once again, that's like an introductory rate. Right now, and just in testing, they're seeing a 20 to 30% click-through rate on those. But I think you're going to have to baseline that for yourself and just kind of test it and see. With the email platform, the pricing, basically whatever pro plan that you're on with ManyChat, you'll get that many free emails to send as well. So if you have 1,000 subscribers, then you get 1,000 free emails. So you get that, and then after that, it's basically going to cost a tenth of a third of a percent, like 0.003 cents per email to send. So if you have a list of 1,000 people, it's going to cost you $3 to send an email. So, and this functionality is available today if you have people's email addresses, which most of you should have. If you're using my templates, you'll know that one of the main opt-in steps that I have is that you're capturing people's email addresses as one of your first steps. So this is functionality that you can start using right now. And I'm going to start playing around with it. So watch for future trainings on setting those up and sending those out, because, SMS, I think, is going to be a harder ask to get people to give you their phone numbers, but people are already kind of, used to sending you providing you their email addresses. So I think this is something that we're going to start playing with immediately and seeing how it all works. So in a nutshell, those are the updates with the platform itself. As those updates roll out and I get access to them, I'll be doing training videos on how to set those up and how to use those. I think in the short term, your action items are to download the ManyChat app if you have an iOS device, and have your customer service team download the ManyChat app as well for your live chat functionality, and also set up your all posts comments growth tool. Oh, that's a mouthful. It was even a mouthful for them to say all posts comments growth tool. So set that up for maybe some keywords on your Facebook page so that you can, capture those people who need your help or need your assistance in any way. And then I will also, I think I already posted this list. I'll repost it, but just kind of go through it and play around with it. I'm sure ManyChat will also be updating and doing some blogs about it. And as those are available, I'll post those as well. So please let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, I don't have access to the SMS. The SMS yet. I do have access to email, so I'll be playing around with that. And the updates to the sponsored messages will also be rolling out a little bit later. So stay tuned for those updates, but this is what's coming. And that's why I'm so excited to have ManyChat as a platform that we use and develop these chat marketing with. They've created a new category of marketing. It's not just messenger marketing, it is chat marketing. And some of the things that they talked about is just like the growth of the marketplace that, pretty much like when it comes to mobile, and really that's what this is that it's like mobile marketing, mobile chat marketing. And it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So good for you to be on top of it already, and stay tuned for the ever growing opportunities that are with the ManyChat platform in using now an omni-channel marketing approach, messenger, chat, SMS, and email integrated directly inside of your campaigns. It's going to be hot. It's going to be sick. I'm so excited. Comment below if you have any questions. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.